It's not that cold. It's only about 8 degrees. I expect it to be colder, but I think the cold's coming next week. I'll still be here. I've run into a bit of a problem, unexpected problem, is it's only day 2, and at the moment, these are my shoes. I fixed them with some rubber cement and a tire repair kit, and obviously some duct tape. We'll see how well that does. I think because it's winter, because it's so cold, not many animals about, so there's even less activity than there was before. So if you thought the last show was boring, I mean, I've got bad news for you, because I haven't even seen a tortoise. This is a conical hill. Now this is a perfect place in the Karoo, these kind of formations, to look for fossils. What I've been doing, I've been walking along the scree slope. And you can see this greyish blue shale is from the Beaufort group. And as the shale erodes, it exposes whatever's buried in these layers. And I know what you're thinking. Those look a lot like ribs. And I think you're right. Judging by the size of those vertebrae, this animal must have been about the size of a small hippopotamus. And because it was found in this blue-grey shale, not many animals of that size were roaming around this area when these sediments were laid down. So I think it's a dicynodon. These animals were named dicynodon by a guy called Owen. Richard Owen. He's probably more famous for coining the phrase dinosauria, or terrible lizards. The guy who discovered the first one of these in South Africa discovered it about 20 kilometers from where I'm standing. The specimen that he found is in the Walker Museum in the University of Chicago, I think. It's since been renamed to It hasn't been renamed to you. I think it's Olacocephalodon, but I'll have to check that. It doesn't really matter what its name is at the moment. It's a mammal-like reptile, a therapsid. They share features with modern mammals. They've got an opening in their skull behind their eye for the attachment of large jaw muscles. They're also closely related to cynodonts, which are the direct ancestors of all modern mammals. I think it's about 250 million years old when this place used to be a wet, moist landscape, far different to what it is now. The cold has arrived. There's a bit of sleet, a bit of hail, a bit of snow, and I have to go up there. You can't even see it, but there's a mountain there in the clouds. If you look behind me, you'll see a farm. Now on that farm, you might notice two things. Oh wait, are those horses? Alright, there goes my story. But other than the horses, you'll notice this large stand of cactuses, or cacti. So these are puntia cacti. Farmers grow them for fodder in winter to feed their cows. But South Africa has had a big problem with pointier cacti being invasive species. So they introduced a small moth, Cactoblastus cactorum, as a biological control agent. But when they moved into these kind of plantations, it had a devastating effect on South African agriculture, because it effectively destroyed all the winter fodder. I know you're probably having withdrawal symptoms because I haven't seen any tortoises this trip, but I found a little tortoise cave. It's not that obvious, but you can see an area where it's excavated, and this kind of place they bed down in winter. The documentary has been saved. This is exactly what I was talking about. I found one of these tortoises now. He's dug himself a little cave, and he's pushed himself up against the edge so he can't get attacked. I've come to this rather nice dam, rather large farm dam. I'm walking along the edge, but there's a strong smell coming from these bushes. So I'm going to go investigate. Ah, okay. Right. This looks like a latrine site for otter. You can see a lot of fish bones, some crab exoskeletons. This must be their lair, where they lay up in the day. Those ducks are going crazy.